made a Jeff the Killer game, but it's a Souls-like. Jeff the Killer, if you somehow don't know who he is, he's one of the most famous creepypasta characters from the early 2010. You've definitely seen his face somewhere online, probably when you were too young to be on the internet. Now, what's a Souls-like? That's a type of game inspired by the Dark Souls franchise. Those brutal games where everything can kill you, even the tutorial boss makes you cry. They're all about timing, parrying, and surviving. So imagine mixing that with Jeff the Killer. The idea for the game is pretty simple. You play as Jeff the Killer. When he arrives at a small village that looks straight out of Resident Evil 4, he finds out the place is being controlled by a faceless entity that feeds on people's fear. And after that description, you probably already know who I'm talking about. Slender Man. From the start of the game, Slender Man is waiting for you inside the church, but he's insanely powerful because everyone in the village fears him. So instead of walking straight into the church and getting destroyed, Jeff will do what he does best, killing. You can break into houses and take out the villagers. The more people you kill, the weaker Slender Man becomes. But of course, the villagers will fight back. Easy, right? For you maybe. For me, who has to code all this from scratch, not so much. As always, I've got 1 week to make this game, so let's go. First, I opened Unity and started a new project. As you can see, it's completely empty, so let's have some fun with Blender. For this project, I'll need 3 characters. Jeff the Killer, our main character, a villager, which I can reuse with different clothes, and Slender Man, our final boss. To save time, I used a pre-made humanoid base and just added the textures myself. With the textured model done, it's time to make Jeff's iconic kitchen knife. Perfect. Now we can import Jeff into Unity. I did the same thing for the villagers, just changed up the color palettes and the weapons they carry. As for Slender Man, I had to stretch the base model and rig his tentacles. Now that we've got everyone ready, time to start coding. I started with player movement, so we can actually control Jeff with keyboard and mouse. For the villagers and Slender Man, I gave them simple AI, so they chased the player around. The result was, okay, as long as you don't mind being chased by T-posing models. To fix that, I made custom animations for everyone. Jeff walking with his knife, Slender Man moving with his tentacles, and of course, the villagers, who took a bit more time since each one has a different weapon animation. After hours of animating and coding, it all came together perfectly. Day 1, done. Today, I want to turn this empty map into an actual village. In my last video, recreating Silent Hill F, I used an old trick. Just modeling the front of the houses and duplicating them to fake a city. But since this time, the player can actually enter the houses, that won't work. Or maybe we can use it in a smarter way. I used the image of trees to fake depth in the distance. Great for optimization, by the way. Then I modeled, okay fine, downloaded a church and placed it in the center of the map, surrounded by houses. The small details took forever. Furniture, interiors, grass placement. I won't lie, I lost 2 whole days just decorating, but it was worth it. Take a look at this result. Day 2 and 3 done. We've got the map. We've got the characters, but no real challenge yet. Enemies just chase you, but don't actually attack. Even Slender Man doesn't do anything. So, time for the combat system. I took inspiration from Sekiro, where the main mechanic isn't spamming attacks, but timing your blocks perfectly to break the enemy's posture and finish them off. I made attack, hit, and defend animations. With all that done for Jeff and each villager, I moved on to the actual programming. I added this orange bar to show your current posture, and each enemy gets their own bar above their head. And when we hit play, perfect. But what happens when the player dies? Day 4, done. Before we finish, I just want to say thank you. We hit 5,000 subscribers. That's wild. This is the first video on the channel that's monetized, and also the first one where you can become a channel member. Either way, thank you so much for supporting me. Here's the final result of the project, and you can play it for free by clicking the first link in the description. See ya!